They're all getting ready as they come off of turn 4 at pace speed, 3 wide, getting ready to start the Indy 125. The sun is out and nice as we're ready to go racing. The lights are on and the lights are out. We're underway in the brickyard. 3 wide, they instantly get sorted out. No one's 3 wide as they go into turn 1. Side by side, cut up the track. Oh, Compass in the wall. Two Dog went up the track. He's still up the track. Same with Thomas is up the track a little bit. You cannot find much room there. Wumbo currently leads. Casey right on his gearbox, pushing him down the straightaway. Here comes Jake Scarborough now, looking to the inside for second. They all move up the track. Casey almost in the wall. They are in the wall. Huge wreck. The 2 cars are flipping. In turn 3, Thomas is destroyed. H-Rod is in it. And 2 Dog also got a huge piece. It looks like they just all got pinched in the wall and no one had anywhere to go. We're under our first caution after only completing a quarter of a lap. Well, not a quarter lap. 3/4 of a lap. In Indy. I think Compass got in it. That happened in turn 3 a lap ago on the first lap. Now let's see, is anyone gonna pit or are we gonna go back green? We're gonna figure that out right now. No one is pitting, so we're speeding up. We're going green. Someone in the inside wall. Someone hit the pit wall. Hendrick is DQ'd. 2 Dogs in the pits. They're all going fanning out in the turn 1. Jake on the outside trying to hold right alongside of Casey for second. Now right alongside of Wumbo for first. Side by side off turn 2. They are now... Oh... Now Jake takes the lead. Contact between Casey and Wumbo. They get that sorted out. Now Casey to the outside. Contact. Casey's flipping. Camera's freaking out. Casey went around off the front wing of Jake Scarborough's car, and that will lead us under caution again. Just as we're completing lap number 3. Off turn 4, getting ready to restart the race. Hopefully we can have a longer green flag run this time. Getting ready, the pit wall is there. Wumbo hits the throttle, gets going. We are back underway as they go across the yard of bricks. Here comes Julian now with the toe. They're fanning out behind in the turn 1. Oh, it looks like Wumbo kind of missed the corner, allowed Julian to close. They are side by side behind, side by side for the lead now. Julian goes ahead as Wumbo goes up the track. Crash behind, 2 cars. Now there's more. 2 cars are flipping. There's still more wrecking. Thomas is in it. 2 Dog is in it. Casey is in it. And Compass is in it. Looks like we are back under caution again. There's been a crash every lap so far this race. It's only a 50 lap race, but it might go by like it's a 100 lap race. Here we go, getting ready to go back green. Jake Scarborough slams the throttle, going across the other bricks. Now Julian, again the same position. They're side by side for third behind. H-Rod to the inside of Wumbo, that is. The top 2 kind of able to pull a gap. H-Rod misses the corner, but gets clear of Wumbo. Able to kind of pull a slide job almost. Here comes Julian to the inside. Jake almost runs him completely to the grass. Here's the new race leader, Julian. How about H-Rod on the outside, trying to capitalize and get the second. He might be going for the lead. He gets clear for second. Now he's going to have a good shot for the lead. Trying to go around the outside of Julian. Julian will not let him go to the inside. Crash in the back. Car in the fence. We stay green for now. Wow, that got really close. Jake went almost into the back of Julian. If not, he did. Maybe just a little tap. H-Rod to the lead now. Julian gets back clear for a second. Jake in third. And Wumbo sits behind in fourth, just barely hanging on to the draft. Now, H-Rod trying to break the draft. Here comes Julian back at him again. How about Jake on the inside? Cutting the wall, that's Julian. Contact more. Puts Julian almost back in the wall. Jake goes through in the P1. H-Rod sits in second, right behind. Now there's a little bit of gap between second and third as Julian tries to regroup, and now Wumbo is all over the box of him. The rest are all kind of fending for their lives, snaking down the straightaway. H-Rod on the outside. Is he going to be able to get clear off the corner? No, they're still side by side, almost even in the turn two. Jake prevails, and H-Rod has to sit back in line. Here comes Julian now as he's regrouped. Now ready to take back the lead if he wants. He has her on H-Rod. Will he try to take it? No. Thinks better of it. Wumbo's already kind of lost a little bit of, well, he's lost almost touch of these guys. Julian made a mistake. Now, Jake still leads. Crash in the back. We stay green. H-Rod now going all the way down the track, trying to chase the draft from Jake. Jake trying to break it into turn one. No move. H-Rod isn't close enough. How about turn two? Not close enough again. But down the back, he's going to have a whole head of steam and a whole lot of draft. Julian just sitting in the wings behind, waiting for his opportunity. Jake breaking the draft. How about now? Will H-Rod try to make a move? No, he doesn't. He sits behind for turn three. Kind of misses the corner. Julian almost in the wall behind. There's a whole pack kind of forming further on back. There's a couple tandems actually forming further on back. Wumbo and Casey are kind of working together behind. They're slightly in touch. But now, H-Rod will he try to move? No, he's just going to sit behind Jake and try to work with him for now. Julian up the track. Same with H-Rod. No move there. A little bit of space now. Almost 3/10. Now 3/10 off the corner. Does H-Rod have anything this time? The toe is not big nearly enough to pull him along. And Jake is just going to sit in the lead right now as everyone tries to kind of sit and wait for now as they try to log some laps. We're on lap 11 right now. Coming to the end of lap 11 to start lap 12. The top three all kind of almost evenly spaced. And then you have a little bit of a gap back down to Casey. And then Wumbo. And then Speedin. And then Two Dog. That is currently the top seven. All kind of somewhat in touch. However, the top two are the closest out of pretty much anyone. Jake's still running faster. The fastest lap right now is a 41.5 by Jake. Actually, it's a 41.4 by Casey. Casey had a pretty good lap. Still, we're not seeing near enough as what we were seeing in qualifying. Here comes H-Rod now. He got a whole lot of draft into the corner. Was able to have a really good corner. Will he be able to make a move now? He's close enough. Will he get enough draft? Jake is able to break the draft. Swerving down the straightaway, goes back up to arc the corner. H-Rod's not able to get there. And now he just has to sit back in line. Julian slowly closing. Slowly picking a 10th by 10th here and there. Just trying to put himself in the right position to be there at the end. In that bright yellowish green 22. However, it's currently the pink and white color of Jake Scarborough currently leads. H-Rod sits in second right behind him, looking for a move at any chance he can. 35 car getting a good run off the corner. Now with the draft closing in, clips the inside wall. That's definitely not going to help at all. Nothing there. These three kind of sitting in draft. There's not much happening between these three. They're all kind of nice and chill right now. However, H-Rod all over the gearbox. Does he want to make a move this time? Does he want to sit in behind Jake? Let's see. Will he peek out? He's close enough. He doesn't do it though. He sits in behind. Nice and patient behind Jake Scarborough. They are running pretty fast lap times right now. A 41.2 by Julian last time by. That is the fastest. He just hit the wall, I think, and lost a lot of time. Hopefully he stays in touch with these guys, or he's going to need them to battle. Now, that's a 41.2 from the top two. A very good lap. for the top two, and obviously Julian did not have a good lap. How about now? Does H-Rod try to make a move? Does he still sit in behind, realizing that it could just be between them two? Yeah, Julian and Casey need to kind of find a way to potentially work together. They're just not close enough. They just don't have any help right now. Now off turn 4, down the straightaway, almost into the pit wall. Braking draft heavily. H-Rod to the outside this time. Jake Scarborough on the inside, side by side. And there's a caution. Damn, I feel like Will Buxton kind of in that way. Anyways. Slowly picking up the throttle. Going up to 40 now. Going up to 45. Now back down to 40. Up to 50. Up to 60. Slowly speeding up. Let's see. You'll see that green meter when it goes all the way up. That's when you know he's going. Now he's going. Julian in the inside wall did not get a good start. They all are starting to fan out after Julian had a terrible start. 3 wide in the turn 1 behind. That is not going to work. Oh, and Thomas is around. There's many cars around. 4 cars, 5 cars are in it. Hines flipping in the back. Two Dog was wrecking also. Thomas, that was not Two Dog. That was Casey upside down. Thomas went around. You could just not go 3 wide in the turn 1 like that and have it work. We're back under caution now again. And we can work with that. We can deal with that. Now Julian getting ready to lead us to the green. In Indianapolis. We'll see. Get ready. Look at that green meter when it goes up. When it goes up to well, basically just when the meter fills up, that's when you know we're going back green. Now we are. It's green. Shifting up through the gears, going across the yard of bricks, side by side for second behind. They're all finding ways, finding any gap to fit their cars. Car high. Oh. Jake Scarborough around. More of them are wrecking, and that's going to probably put us under caution again. No, we stay green for now. Slowly going up slowly going up to speed. Now about 220 as they hit the entry of turn 3. We should see about 2 potential 25. They're still wrecking. H-Rod just spun. He got too high up in the wall and got hit from behind. Julian stays green for now. It might be at the line though. No. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Car. Jeez. Wumbo hit the inside wall. Just a hole. He hit the inside wall very hard. Anyway, speeding now. He was in last. He was in 10th when the restart happened. He's in 2nd now. Getting a nice bump draft from Casey down the straightaway. Not necessarily the best, but yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. You don't necessarily want a push down the straightaway. You more want to kind of leapfrog and figure out. But they should, if they're good enough, should be able to run down Julian. But this is definitely going to click laps off the board right now. Julian leads by about 2.3 seconds on the next car, which is now speeding, who is gaining a whole lot of speed now. He just gained 2/10 in that corner. He just gained another one there. Is he going to find another one down the straightaway? No, he lost time there. He's slowly losing his help from Casey, who's slowly fading away. 4/10 between them, now 3. Behind them, Wumbo and Two Dog working together. And then further behind them is all the Rex cars. The top 5 have all not wrecked. They're all separated by about 5 seconds from 1st to 5th. And now the caution is out. They're still wrecking somehow. There's a don't know what was happening there between Casey and Two Dog, and now Casey just wrecks him. Wow, that was Thomas for some reason, because he can't lead a lap on track because he's too slow and can't stop wrecking. He always has to drive past the leader just to see what it's like to be in first, because Yeah, he might never see that in this race. Uh, Now as I look up, it seems like the clouds are starting to roll in now. That's going to make the track surface colder but faster. That may just be how, that's just maybe, actually, it doesn't really look like it's actually rolling anymore. I guess it was the camera angle or the piece, or like the slight area of shade. Let's see, does anyone stay out? It looks like, Thomas did. Has to get his lap led, has to get his publicity. So he's going to stay out. Same with H-Rod. And now they are going to be the top two as everyone else, led from Sweden, who we're going to see his pit stop live. Slides into the box. Fueling the car now. Let's see. Hold on. No tire change, it looks like. Will he be able to get going? He's gonna have to wait. He's being held. Oh no. Oh no. Now he can go. Don't know if he was just being held or didn't go. Don't know why, but now Jake Scarborough is gonna go in the third from all that. And now Julian and back up in the fourth. Julian did not have good quality pace, but in the race he's definitely showed up and showed out. Wumbo, who qualified on pole, has been running right around 5th the whole race, pretty much, which is where he's going to net out, I'm pretty sure. Laps have felt so long. But, to be fair, there have been a lot of cautions. However, just the last little bit, we've seen a lot more green flag runs. Anyways, let's get ready. We're going to see Thomas ease into the gas and get going. There he goes, up through the gears. Everyone else behind, on each other's gearboxes, through the yard of bricks, all starting to get a good arc for turn one, trying to figure out the 3 wide behind, it looks like. Side by side now. They all get sorted out in the back. Car almost in the wall. It looked like Wumbo. He got it sorted out though. Oh, Thomas in the wall. He pushed it too hard. Here comes H-Rod. Now breaking the draft. Here comes Jake and Julian to the outside. Trying to get around H-Rod. H-Rod misses the corner. So does Jake. Here comes Julian. Now he goes in the second. He's going to have a great shot on H-Rod for the lead. If he tries, H-Rod already breaking the draft. Now to the inside. Julian across the yard of bricks. Through to the lead. In the Indy 125. H-Rod moves down the second. Jake settles in at third. Car flying, flipping behind. That's Thomas. He's been in his own ride for the whole race. The top 4, oh, you can throw them under the blanket. That blanket being 7/10 long. There was a car stuck. That is Hines. Don't know how he's there, but he's stuck. He's flying now. Thomas has left the race. Julian currently leads. Started from almost shotgun on the field, and now he currently leads. However, H-Rod in the draft, slowly closing. Jake is falling back a tiny bit. He has Casey all over his gearbox. The top 2 slowly pulling away. Oh, H-Rod clipped the wall. Bad entry for turn 2. That's going to allow Julian to have more breathing room. Now they got 4/10, almost 5. It's going to slowly go down. Debris flying everywhere. Don't hit anyone, please. In the turn 3, through turn 3. Oh, H-Rod kind of missed the corner, almost in the wall. Julian, though, was able to run a solid corner, extend the gap to 5/10. Off turn 4. Now, H-Rod 5.5 behind. Hello. Oh, he left. Damn. 8 people left in the race now. Hines has officially left the race. And he also left the lobby at that. Julian still trying to break the draft, get as much as he can. The top 4 still under a blanket, a 7/10 blanket to be exact. Oh, H-Rod, I think he hit the wall. He may have clipped it though, just enough to affect his car's balance. Anyways, these three all nose to tail, and then Julian 5/10 up the road. Just behind them, it is Compaz, and then Speedin, Wumbo, and Two Dog. They're all by themselves. Now here comes Jake to the inside of H-Rod. H-Rod was not getting it done. Jake's starting to feel like he can do better. Now going past H-Rod, trying to do his best, and Casey's gonna try to follow him. H-Rod hangs on the outside, misses the corner though. They're still side by side. Julian's pulling away. The gap almost 6/10 now. H-Rod had a bad exit. Here comes Jake with help from Casey. 7/10 down the straightaway is the gap between the top two. They're still battling very hard. H-Rod not wanting to give this up. Oh, sideways. H-Rod wrecks with Casey, flipping both of them. And that is going to bring out another caution as we hit lap 30. A sold out virtual crowd for this event. And have they got their money's worth? I would say so. We've had a lot of wrecks, a lot of flips, very entertaining racing when we have gotten it, and a lot of entertaining flips. Anyways, we're getting ready. You see Julian burping the throttle, just hitting it just kind of enough to keep himself around 70 miles per hour as he gets ready to go off turn 4 and potentially and slam that throttle up through the gears potentially. Well, debris flying everywhere. Someone ran into the back of someone. We don't know who. We'll figure that out later. Anyways, now up through the gears. We're back going in the brickyard, flying across the yard of bricks. Into turn 1, everyone's trying to fan out, give themselves room. Here comes Casey peeking to the inside. Oh, they all wreck. Jake Scarborough wrecked in front of the field, and it caused at least 4 cars to wreck. A couple cars to flip at that. And a caution is waved again. Man, we cannot get 2 long green flag runs. Damn. No one pitting. We're getting ready to go back green. Quick caution here. Back green. Up through the gears again. It looks like one Compass got sent out of line. All going up the track, leaving Wumbo by himself on the inside. Wumbo, will he make it through? Contact, more cars in the wall. At least 4 cars have flipped. And that's going to send us under another. Oh no, they're keeping it green. Now there's a caution. Man, we cannot. Damn. Alright. Here we go. Getting ready to go back green. In Indy 125. My controller died. Fun. Anyways, we're back green in Indy. Oh, car sliding, wrecking. Oh, there's more of them. Everyone's in it. Car flipping, that's H-Rod. And Wumbo's car is also flipped too. And that is another caution as Julian will slow the field back down. Just disappointing. I'm going to quickly read chat, because we sit under caution. Might as well. Add up. Here we go. 15 to go when we cross the yard of bricks. Getting ready to go green once again. Julian just dabbing the throttle, getting ready to go green. Back again in Indy, up through the gears, full throttle down the straightaway, across the yard of bricks. Now they all fan out in the turn 1. Everyone trying to figure out, get in line and figure out what they're gonna do. Trying not to wreck this time. 2 cars high, one of them hit the wall. That was Compass. Up ahead though, no car in the wall actually again, speeding, up ahead, Julian breaking the draft, Casey to the outside, trying to motor around the outside, will he be able to do it? He's almost gonna do it, no he can't, here comes Julian back again, Jake Scarborough, don't look too far back, cause there he is, waiting in the wings, Two Dog, up here for the first time, and Casey at the line is gonna get it. He's also potentially gonna get clear. 3 wide. Jake Scarborough around the outside, in the outside wall, wrecking down the track. Car pass upside down. More cars flipping, barreling around the track. We stay green for now. How long can we stay green though? With cars flipped in turn 1. In the short shoot between turn 1 and 2. Casey now giving it his all, trying to catch as much as he can. 2 tenths is the gap, 2.5 now. 3 tenths. Oh, just clipped the wall from Julian. Now here's a run, a whole lot of a run. Down the straightaway for Casey. It's just these two. Driving their butts off to win this race. It's at least these two for now. 13 to go, by the way. Time is ticking. We're getting ready to see what could be the end. Well, we're getting ready to see who's going to win the race. 2 tenths the gap in the turn 3. Slowly closing as Casey tries to close in with as much draft as possible. Running in 4th gear through the turn 4, now down the straightaway, breaking the draft, trying to do anything, clips the inside wall again, the gap is 4 tenths though. Oh, it's down to 3, 3.5, floating around 3, almost ready to break into 2 now. Casey just cannot hit his marks. Julian just able to be precise, consistent with hitting his marks. He's gonna be going 228 into 229 into turn 3. All by himself, basically. The next car is 3.5 tenths behind, and he still hit that. Oh, he hits the apron now, too. Here comes Casey with a head of steam. Now he has all the advantage he needs. Still not close enough, though. Into turn 1, no move available. Julian sits and leads. Bad camera angles, but not bad racing. Turn 2. Running around 217, 216. Now down the straightaway, going up in the 5th gear. Down through the straightaway in the turn 3. 229 in the turn 3. They're absolutely flying around this Indianapolis track that is over 100 years old. Was built in the early 1900s. Made initially of bricks. Now what's left of the bricks is what you see for the finish line. That's called the yard of bricks now, basically. As Julian went across at that time, 10 to go. Casey trying his hardest to get close, trying his hardest to do anything he can. Two Dog sits behind, far behind, almost 7 seconds behind. It's these two all by themselves. No one even within a half a straightaway of them, it feels like. These two are the only people you see. Julian hit the apron. Casey's still struggling though. Even with Julian hitting the apron, Julian still gains time. 9 to go from Indy. We've ran 41 laps. Right now we're on lap 42. 41 laps have put us in this position so far. Put us in this position where Julian, who started on the final row, who started in 10th place of 11 people, is now sitting, leading the field in the Indianapolis 125. The field is almost pretty much dead, besides Casey, who tries to close. This time he's a lot closer, finally able to hit his marks. Now Julian breaking the draft. The virtual fans on their feet as they go into turn 1, flying at 227. They can only go a tiny bit faster. They're maxing out down the straightaways. 215 in the corner through the draft. Julian breaking it as much as he can, but Casey's there. How close can he get before he decides to make a move? He's definitely gotten closer. These cars very aero dependent. As Casey gets closer, the dirty air starts to affect him. His car starts to wash up like that. You can just see how much more grip is in that 22. But it doesn't matter, because here comes the 12. Around the outside into turn 1. No avail. He sits back in line. 2 Penske cars going at it. It's pure Penske domination in Indianapolis. 5.5 laps to go. Breaking the draft. Almost in the grass with how much they're breaking it. But that's the style. That's what you have to do at Indy to win it. Julian missed the corner. Here comes Casey. Trying his hardest at the line. It'll be 6 to go. I'm pretty sure, actually. Yeah, 6 to go. Breaking the draft. Trying to do everything he can. Casey looks high again. Again, no avail. 5 to go, or 6 to go. So, from Indy, turn 2. We just see Julian is starting to make mistakes. Not able to get to the apron. The apron's where you need to run. And now the caution is thrown for what probably will be the final time. I can almost guess after this there probably will be no cautions. It means we're gonna have a shootout to the end. Whether that's gonna be a 5-lap shootout or a 4-lap shootout, we don't know. But we'll find out very shortly. Because we're not getting a good camera angle. Now, Julian, we see, does he dare pit? No. How about Two Dog, though? He sits in 3rd. He's leaning more closer to the pits than anyone else. He's going to the pits. Casey stays out. Yeah, Two Dogs pitting. Speedin's gonna join him. H-Rod, no. Compaz, no. Wumbo's around. Somehow, someway, he found his way to wreck. Now, the money stop for Two Dog. What's he gonna be able to get? Speedin, well, Two Dog comes out now. Speedin's gonna be in his pits now. Driving through as many boxes as he can as he slides into his pit box. Getting ready for his final stop. Two Dog giving up 3rd to start from 7th, but with new tires, how much will that matter? Is that a risk worth taking? Is that a risk worth taking to win the Indy 125? Julian, though, sits in the lead. His decision was already made up when he took the lead. He was going to stay out no matter what. You can't give up track position from the lead. That's just impossible. Even if everyone pitted behind you, I still like your odds if you're the leader. If you're the leader, you just have so much of an advantage. If you're in the top 3, you have so much of an advantage. That's what it's gonna be. I would look at Julian, Two Dog, and Jake for this win. I wouldn't count out Wumbo, H-Rod, or anyone else in this field. It's very possible that they still can win. But if I'm gonna have to pick a guy to win this race, it's gonna be one of those top 3. It's not necessarily based off pace, it's more based off track position, but these 3 have also been racing around each other for a lot of the race and have been up front a lot of the race. We're getting ready to go green. We should be going green this time to 4 to go. I don't expect any more cautions. It's gonna be all up to the drivers. If you're sitting in the car right now, it's up to you if you're gonna win this race, and especially if you're in the top 3. You're in the prime position to win. It's all up to you. The only person you can blame for your loss is you. Here we are, getting ready to go back green. Hovering around 70 miles per hour, but going up to 80 at points. Here we go, riding on board with Julian. When does he go? Is it gonna be the pit road? No, he's gonna go further. He's going now. Across the yard of bricks, 4 to go, everyone on the bottom. Now they start to fan out. Jake Scarborough blocking for his life. Everyone behind him trying to gain as much as they can. HR to the inside of Wumbo for 4th. However, for 4th, that's not even close to the lead. They need to get that sorted out. Wow, Compaz almost just right. How about Casey to the outside, and Jake Scarborough is right there, waiting in the wings. Pass for the lead. Casey to the lead. We're coming to 3 to go. Jake Scarborough out. H-Rod into the stands. Off turn 4. Here we go. 3 to go. And it's a caution. Caution is out. Here we go. We're going to let it go 3 to go. We're going to be restarting with 2 to go. I don't think there'll be any more cautions after that. I can almost promise you there'll be no cautions after that. I thought it was 5 that would be the kind of cutoff for last chance to get a caution, but hey, you never know. How about Two Dog? He decided to pit from 3rd to take new tires. Guess who was in 3rd? Jake Scarborough. Where did he end up? The outside wall. That could have been Two Dog. Now, Two Dog sits in 4th. Just 1 less position than he was. But now, I mean, yes, he has a lot less laps. But if something happens, it can definitely go his way. He just needs to not lose any positions. If not, he needs to gain positions on the restart. That's what it's going to be. Gain as much positions on the restart. Put yourself in the top 3, specifically the top 2 if you want to win this race. The top 3 is just a safe bet. You can be 3rd if the top 2 wreck, and you can obviously win. And Two Dog just wrecked himself, lost half of his wing, but that's fine. Visual damage only. Casey's in the prime position. It's gonna come down to him. If he wants to win this race, he will win this race. That is all I can say, and I could say the same for Julian. These guys are gonna give it their all and try their hardest to win this race. Knowing what's on the line, knowing what can happen. It's the 3rd annual race here. Around this same time. We're getting ready. A couple guys have not fully caught up yet. But we are going this time, I think, from what I know. So that's right on board, Casey. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. We're able to speed it up now as everyone's caught up. Oh, a couple cars just went into the back of each other. I'm checking through for the chain reaction. Anyways, here we go. Green flag is waving. We're back green in Indy. 2 to go across the yard of bricks. Now it's Casey versus Julian. Both the rest of the field. Here comes H-Rod around the outside of a couple cars. Now Wumbo losing touch. He lost so many positions. He potentially lost the race from that. Here comes Julian all the way down the track. Contact. H-Rod to the outside. 3-1 in turn 3. Who's gonna bail? Will it be no one? H-Rod's gonna get clear. He's up the track though. Julian still right in position. Jake Scarborough in the 3rd now. Here we go. White flag. 1 to go. Julian to the inside, and to the lead. H-Rod hit the wall. 1 to go from Indy. Jake Scarborough trying to make a move. Put himself in position to win this race. That could be the pass. That could be the most crucial pass of his race. If he gets one shot, it's going to be down the back. Crash almost. They hit the wall. Jake Scarborough. Julian's going to force him on the outside. Is he going to be brave enough? Can he do it? Foot to the floor. Side by side. No contact yet. They are neck and neck almost. Julian has the edge. Off the final corner. Jake Scarborough sits back in. Julian at the line, he's gonna do it. Julian wins the Indy 125. What a job. The 22 Penske car has won. Jake tried his hardest, but in the end just was not enough. just couldn't hold it around the outside. He pushed it so much in turn 3, just could not push it enough in turn 4 to win. I thought him getting back in the draft could leave a possibility that he goes for the win, that he has a shot for the win, but in the end, 400 separate him from the win. You do 50 laps, only on the last one to sit there, be 400s away. If the straightaway was just a couple 100 feet, we could have had a photo finish and Jake could be in the winner's circle, but instead it's Julian. H-Rod finishes in a cool P3, 2 tenths behind, and then Wumbo, who probably lost the race from having a terrible start, he's in 4th. Two Dog in 5th after pitting for new tires. You only gotta wonder what could have been for him. Compaz rounds out the field in 6th place, and Speedin finishes 7th, DNF'd. He DNF'd on lap 48.